Today we're going to be taking a look at some things that are technically the truth from the subreddit r/technicallythetruth. When you pick up a quarter off the ground, you're making $450 an hour for 2 seconds. Not really. I mean, unless there's like stacks, like just stacks of quarters on the ground and you're just going like this for an hour. You're not really making $450 an hour because it's not spread out over an hour. For 2 seconds, I guess if you pick up a £10 note off the ground, you're making way more than that an hour. But it doesn't work like that. I don't think this one counts as technically the truth because it's not really. Just written it as it is pronounced in this. It's the Chad Doge, which is Italian and Spanish. English and French Doge, not very chadded. No, lol. English is literally written the way it's pronounced besides a few words. English is literally... Okay, right. They've written it like this. It's different in every language. Like, words are pronounced different in every language. I don't think we can pin this on English. Maybe French, all right? Maybe we can falsely accuse the French of that, because I don't mind doing that. There's only one guy who works in our department, so he changed the bathroom sign. It's just Ben. Nice. Ben gets his own private toilet. That's class. That's sick. I'd say I wish I was Ben, but I am Ben. I live in a flat on my own. I have 2 private toilets, in fact. Can someone tell me some names of some guns so I can start putting them in my raps? Glue gun, price gun. Girls are like strawberries. Sometimes they are in the grocery store. They are. Great observation. Fruits that do not live up to their names. Passion fruit. I think passion fruit lives up to its name because I like passion fruit with a passion. I don't love it. I like it with a passion. Grapefruit sort of resembles a big grape, doesn't it? Like the texture's quite similar. I'll give them that. Honeydew. I don't know what honeydew means. I know what honeydew is, but I don't know what it means. So I don't know if it lives up to its name or not. Dragon fruit. Yeah, no, that one doesn't live up to its name. Dragon fruit is way less cool than the namelets on. Fruits that do live up to their names. Orange. Correct. It does live up to its name because it is orange. There is no physical evidence to say that today is Thursday. We all just have to trust that someone kept count since the first one ever. That's true. But does it really matter? Does it really matter if it's really Friday? Does it matter at all? We've all universally adopted the sort of dates now because of computers and that. So we know what day it is now. But does it really matter if someone lost count 1,000 years ago? What did we even use the week structure we use now 1,000 years ago? I don't know. Probably. Maybe. As a foreigner, I was a bit confused about what Hooters was, but after research, I've come to the conclusion that it's some sort of an American equivalent to a maid cafe. Oh God, please don't say that. Maid cafes are odd, right? Like, I went to Japan last year, and it's like, I don't know. I don't understand how people can go in there and not feel weird about it. So they're like these cafes, right? I didn't go in one, but I saw one, like, because it was on like the second floor, and I was standing across a road on a hill, so I could see directly into this maid cafe. I don't know if they're all like this, but it was just like 2 blokes sat at what they called, like a booth. They sat in a booth, and then they had these 3 girls in maid dresses just dancing for them, like just doing like weird sort of, I don't even know how to describe that, but they were like dancing for them. I was just like, that is so weird. Why are you paying for this? You cannot pay me to endure that. I feel so awkward. Sometimes I think about the guy at my poker table in Vegas who was kicked out after the pit boss said he was too drunk. High bar. Security came over, asked him to say the alphabet starting with M, and he replied, "Malphabet." He was escorted out of the room. Malphabet. How's Ruth? We split up, mate. Oh no, so you're ruthless. How long have you been waiting to crack that one? I'd rather not say. Your shadow is a confirmation that light has traveled nearly 93 million miles unobstructed, only to be deprived of reaching the ground in the final few feet thanks to you. I've never thought of it like that. Like I sometimes when I look up at the stars and ponder, I'm like, oh, that light has been travelling for like probably maybe like 1 million years, and it's only just reaching my... It's gone that far to go into my eye. I feel really special when I think about that. What? So 5 to 10 seconds of 5G typically leads to tunnel vision, then loss of consciousness. We have proof! Stop 5G! And there's an article from New Scientist saying 5 to 10 seconds at 4 to 5G vertically typically leads to tunnel vision, then loss of consciousness. I don't think they're referring to like mobile data here, my friend. I don't think they're referring to that. My English teacher has this in her classroom. Is one crow trying to... Oh! I got it. Because like a group of crows, or I think these are crows. Group of crows is called a murder, and it's attempted murder because there's only 2 of them. It's not quite there yet. Nice book. Too bad it was all plagiarized from the dictionary. Oh my God! I just found out that Albert Einstein was a real person. All this time, I thought he was a theoretical physicist. But that was brilliant. Well done. Shark-infested waters. You mean their home? Yeah, I guess, but there's still shark-infested waters. I think you can tell what kind of gamer I am. Computer gamer. British cuisine, best in the world. Good English food does exist in every corner of the earth, but unfortunately the earth is round. British food is good, okay. I think British food gets a really bad rap. You're looking at the worst of the worst. Okay, this is bad. Like, mushy peas are terrible. Chips like this, fantastic. You put a bit of vinegar on them. Ooh, beautiful. Battered sausage. Greggs is like, oftentimes, I think I mentioned this in a video recently, but oftentimes I think about moving outside of the UK, and then I remember it'll be extremely difficult for me to get a Greggs sausage roll, and then I scrap the idea. Also roasting as well. Good, going out for a good Sunday roast. You don't get that anywhere else. Tweet from a whale fact. Jeff Bezos cannot become a trillionaire if he gets eaten by a whale. What if he gets eaten by a llama? I'm sorry, that's not my area of expertise. For those who don't know the difference between a crocodile and an alligator, the crocodile is the one next to the alligator. All right, good. All right, I'm going to take a guess, though, and say, crocodilian experts, correct me on this if I'm wrong, but this one's a crocodile, I think. I'm going to look up the difference. What's the difference between a crocodile and an alligator? Oh, fuck, I got it wrong. There we go. A crocodile is the thin one, and an alligator is like the fat one. Joker ending explained those were the names of the people who worked on the film. Thank you. I had a tricky time working that one out. Frederick is the best name because it has 6 names in it. So you got Fred, Rick, Derek, Red? Is Red a name? Eric? There you go, Eric. Edda? Is Edda a name? I don't know, I'm counting it. China may be using sea to hide its submarines. Isn't that the whole point of submarines? In Africa, height depends on how tall you are. North African river otter are probably unaware of how semiconductors work. I don't know, man. I think you're underestimating how clever a North American river otter is. UFOs have always been real.
UFOs stands for unidentified flying object. If I throw a dildo through the air and hit you in the face before you know what it is, it's
I hate this. It just makes every conversation about UFOs so boring. It's like, do you think UFOs are real?
Actually, UFOs are real because it just means unidentified flying object.
Shut up! Shut up! You know what I mean? I'm currently waiting for my bus. It arrives in around 15 minutes. You look like if a man and a woman had a child. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. Therapy per month in New York is $5,000. You're paying what? What do you mean? Therapy in New York is $5,000 plus a month. You're not getting scammed if that's true. A one-way ticket to Bangkok. Actually, I think this is it's just bait for the purpose of the joke. A one-way ticket to Bangkok, 10 escorts, and an 8-ball of cocaine, and a table every night is $5,000. Your choice.
Well, I don't think therapy per month in New York is $5,000 plus, so this isn't technically the truth.
All I've ever wanted from a yogurt is to know who the cows are. I feel as though that's getting a bit too personal with the cows whose milk I'm consuming. I'd feel uncomfortable with that. Notice how they named all the cows traditionally girl names. There is a deep connection between misogyny and consuming animals. I feel like yogurt from a bull wouldn't taste quite right. Millennial dads have pathetic DIY skills compared to baby boomers. Baby boomers have pathetic blacksmithing skills compared to 9th century Saxons. I would argue that DIY skills are still very important. That's coming from someone who knows absolutely no DIY skills. If I need DIY, I will ask one of my friends if he wants to come over and help me with it. I know nothing about DIY, but I wish I did. I just can't be asked. The dinosaurs didn't rule the earth. They were just alive. Stop giving them credit for administrative skills they almost certainly did not have. Yeah, stop saying that. Don't you know their egos will get overinflated if you do that? Random ad. This is from a channel called Just a Happy Troll. Okay. Random ad question day 287. Would you rather have unlimited first class tickets, never pay for food at a restaurant? Unlimited first class tickets. Easy. A lot of what puts me off, like, going to different places and spending time there is, like, I don't like flying. I do not like flying, and also flying is expensive. But unlimited first class tickets, that would be good. All restaurants are free if you run fast enough. True. Yeah, that is true, but you can never go back to that restaurant. I did actually do a run. Okay, this isn't illegal, right? I did do a runner from a restaurant very recently. I was in Croatia, and if you've ever been to Dubrovnik, you know that, like, the tables all outside, like, the restaurant, you don't really get signal into Dubrovnik too well. So I was just walking around, and I knew there was a good one, like, in a certain bit. So I went to there, was like, do you have a table? He was like, no. I was like, okay. But there was one opposite, and he was like, we have a table here. I was like, oh, brilliant. It looked busy, and I was like, okay, you know what, this seems all right. Like, there's a lot of people here. So I sit down, they just hand me a food menu. And okay, well, there's no drinks menu. So I order my food, and then I'm like, can I have a drinks menu? And the woman like rolls her eyes at me because I asked for a drinks menu. She comes out with this like scrunched up bit of paper that was like dirty as hell. And I look at it, I'm like, well, this is very expensive. Like, it was probably, I think it was about €8 or €9 for like a Sprite. I was like, okay, well, I could see why they didn't give me this at the start of my meal because I would have walked away. But I was like, okay, you know what? If it's a bit expensive, that's fine. I've made my bed. I should have asked for the drinks menu first. As long as the food's fine, that's okay. So I pull up Google reviews. It is the worst rated restaurant in Dubrovnik. The worst. Tell you what, I'm actually going to find it. So I got up and walked away. Like, I ordered my food. I didn't eat it because it hadn't come out yet. I just walked away when the waiters weren't looking. Okay, so it's called Lajk, and it's 354 out of 354. And the Google reviews are 2.1, and there's 2,700 reviews. Like, look at all these 1-star reviews. That's mental. So like, I got out of there like so quick. Like, it seemed to be one of the worst restaurants on the planet. So if you're going to Dubrovnik, check the reviews of certain restaurants. But honestly, I feel as though as long as you don't go to Lajk, you'll probably be okay. Like and subscribe to say thank you for warning me about restaurants, George.